Oh, Father, tell me, do we get what we deserve? Oh, we get what we deserve. And we're down, we go, 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 go. And we're down, we go, 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 go. Say we're down, we go, oh, way down we go. Oh, you let your feet run wild, child. Time has come as we all go down. Yeah, but for the fall, my heart, do you dare to look them right in the eyes? Yeah. Oh, 'cause they will run you down till the dark. Yes, and they will run you down till you fall. And they will down to your core, yes, till you can't grow no more. And we're down, we go, 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 go. Oh, we're down, we go, oh, Lord. Say we're down, we go, oh, 'cause they will run you down to your car. Oh, we're down, we go. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everybody. I have a very special guest tonight with me. Mr. Red Pill Rhino's joining me tonight.
How's it going, guys?
And we're going to have a fun little show, I hope. Although I just heard some bad news. And I hope everything turns out all right with that. So we're going to talk about, YouTube, little Susie, all that good stuff. I got a deep fake that I did for you. And I also did a couple other things for you. So we'll see how it goes. And if you want, I can give you some. I mean, look, I'm still new at it and I'm majorly suppressed, but maybe I could give you a couple tips.
Sure.
If you want.
Absolutely.
Because I don't know, it's not quite the same game as it was even 5 years ago.
No,
I'm sure you're seeing that by your numbers.
I rage quit years ago and I'm coming back and it's like a completely different game. And yeah, numbers are when I go on with pop or something like that, numbers spike and then they plateau and they stay the same. They are burying me in the algorithms.
Yeah. Well, there's some other things too that I want to cover on that. We'll get into it, but
sure.
Let me see. Okay. So I mean, we could talk about your channel. How's that? Sound good?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
So I looked at. So first, let's get to how you and I started talking. Even I mean, we barely talked.
Yeah.
You basically came to me. I think you made a comment. You subscribed, and then you made a comment like on I think it was the pop deepfake 00 grunt.
Correct. Yeah.
And you said, "Oh, how can I get one of these?"
Yeah.
And hey, I just want to say hello to SEC Mouthgate Babe. Gosh, I got Hermit, I got Riggs, Reaper, Zero,
Riggs.
Cubing Speed. The Emperor's in there. I got a new guy. Sorry, I'm a little over the place. Edmund 209, JR. Hopefully, JR, you'll stay for the rest of the show. Not bounce after 2 minutes. Arviro. All you guys, thanks for coming. Okay, let's get back into it. So you had said, how do I get one of those? I said, oh, well, let me see what I could do, right? Now, that's the best thing. If you want me to do something, just say, hey, could you do something? I'll be like, maybe, let's see what I could do, right? I'm not a big fan of, hey, can you make me this, and make it do this, and this? Kind of fucks up my chi.
Artistic edge,
it just it just makes me think of now whoever is asking wants it specific way. I'm not good with specific ways. Right. So I just like to, on the fly, just do stuff. So that was good.
Fun,
yeah. So, I started looking at your channel. So the first thing, this is my first editorial, suggestion for you. And that is the art of the edit. So most of your videos are either live streams or like hour long, 2 hours, 3 hours. You don't have any short videos. And I think that's hindering you right now. Because you're just kind of like, you're getting started in this space of manosphere, which I hate that fucking name because it makes it sound cheap, right? Like anytime, like that comes from like the 50s, put an O in the middle, hydromatic, all the other things they put an O in the middle. It just kind of sounds cheesy. So that's why I don't like it, but other people like it, whatever. So you're new to the manosphere, and you got to bring people in slowly. It's hard for somebody who doesn't know anything about you to say, okay, I'm going to dedicate an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours of their time when they don't know anything about you, right? They see me at Pops, and you got to give them like a little bit. You know what I mean? Just 5 minutes. Break your stuff up into, you could take what you have right now and just edit the shit out of it and make little 5 to 7 minute segments.
Okay.
Just a whole bunch of those. I think you have 25 videos or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Just start digging into them and make them little 5-7 minute videos.
Okay.
I think people will be more apt to give you that 5 to 7 minutes than they would be to give you an hour, 2 hours, 3. At least at this point, you can still do like I do these live streams every once in a while, and they're good. If that's where you're going towards, it's good to do them. Right, you're going to do them.
Right,
but I think you need to give them the little short ones too to get people into it, get people interested.
Okay.
So that's my first suggestion.
Okay.
And here, let me see. Hold on. Share screen. Hold on. Somebody's saying SEC, Billy, I have a request. I'd like you to do a deep fake. Hold on. I could do a deep fake of Pop and Blake recreating the scene from Titanic of them on the bow of the ship. I could do that. Yeah, I could do that. Okay, yeah. So Trump Thumper says the same thing. Yeah, not many people will sit through 20-minute videos unless they know you, unless they be like, okay, what does he have to say? What does he say this week or whatnot? It's not like you won't get people to watch your 20-minute videos, but you'll be more apt to get more people to watch 3, 5, 7-minute videos, right?
Yeah.
Take a look
And
at. Go ahead.
and I know with TikTok, a lot of people, their attention span is even lower because they're used to instant gratification on videos. So
Well,
I've thought about doing the shorts because I know that helps the algorithms as well. But I
absolutely.
just haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah, if you could break stuff up into shorts, definitely. I mean, there's guys killing it with shorts.
Right.
I'm getting killed on shorts because I have problems like this. This is what's happening to me. Let's see. I just move this over here.
Give them just the tip.
This is what's happening to me.
Oh.
Yeah, give him the tip first. Mouth of Gay Babe has the best one-liners. I'll publish a video and then it'll skyrocket, and then like somebody says, "Oh, can't have that." It's a switch. I have so many of these.
Wow.
That and it's quite unbelievable. So there's somebody literally over there, like, just I guess managing my account now because I've become too much of a problem for them.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It just flatlines.
Yeah, this was the growth. All of a sudden, I spiked.
Yeah.
And this wasn't. I have one that's like was spiked up to 5,000. Wow. And then all of a sudden, cut off at the knees. Yeah, good stuff. So, look at your stats real quick. Okay, so these 2 spikes were when you did the live streams, I'm assuming, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Now it looks like you were doing something before this. What were you doing before this?
Well, we can go back all the way to like 2009, 2010, somewhere around there. I did like outdoorsy survival camping stuff, and then put that down for several years. I actually rage quit when the whole censorship stuff started, and I just decided, all right, I'm good. I was partnered with Maker Studios at the time. Then they were sold to Disney. So I was getting paychecks from Disney on my videos. And then, like I said, all of a sudden, everything started getting striked or pulled down. I'm like, all right, enough. And that's when I walked away.
Yeah. Well, you're in the, especially with a name like Red Pill Rhino.
Yeah.
You are just not going to get monetized. Just realize that. And you're not going to get promoted. It's just not happening. So whatever you were, if you were expecting that was going to happen, I hope you weren't, but it's not
really. And I'm aware that everybody gets demonetized. Ultimately getting more people to come into the channel, sure, but monetization, I'm already prepared not to have happen.
Yeah. So you gotta focus on what you're bringing, right? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of guys. I mean, the space is kind of, it's a little crowded. So what makes you different from the rest of everybody that's making Red Pill content, right? What's your angle?
Well, honestly, for me, it's the average Joe thing. Like, I'm not. I'll drop names, but it's positive for all of them. Like entrepreneurs and cars. I'm not an entrepreneur. Well, kind of. I have my own business, but I'm not out hanging out with millionaires or anything. It's just kind of doing the average thing. I bring a perspective that's a little bit more unique to the younger guys, at least, and more into the media, the trendy stuff. And that's what I'd like to cover more of, is keeping up with the current events with the younger generation, if I could.
Right. So you want to do more, all right. So I put together like a quick little video for you that kind of gives you the art of the edit, because you had an intro video that's like 50 minutes long, right? So there's a thing called the elevator pitch. Do you know what the elevator pitch is?
I do not.
Okay. So Hollywood stories get traded. This, that, and the other thing. You want to get your story sold. you get on the elevator with an executive, you only have that elevator ride. That's it.
I got you.
How do you sell that story between 30 seconds and 2 minutes?
The hook.
The hook, yeah. So this is what I came up with for you in 2 minutes. And yes, Chris, yeah, Mr. Cooper he isn't totally liked so much in these halls, but well, I mean, we could talk about him too. We can get into those guys for a little bit.
I just try not to hate on anybody, man. That's my thing.
I know. I get it.
That's where drama starts, and I'm not getting into that.
No, I get it. Let's see. Where did I put it? Okay. I got it just there. There's your new logo.
Oh, that's cool. I got hit. I got hit a lot. Not just once, man. I'm talking over and over and over and over again. And I got the wounds to prove it. So I'm here because of my mistakes, in spite of the things I didn't get right, to make sure you do get these things right. That's it. And why red pill rhino? Why rhino? Why rhino? One, I like the animal, so there's that. But why do I like the animal? Because it's no bullshit. Straight to the point. It's in your face. If you make it mad, it's going to let you know. If you get in its path, you better run. That's its content. It's in your face. It's serious. This is serious content. This is life or death stuff. You know why? Look at the divorce rates in this country. Look at the suicide rates among divorced men. This is life or death stuff. That series of mistakes that I made is experience that I can pass on down to you, to where hopefully you don't have to go through it, and hopefully you can make better decisions financially, emotionally, maybe spiritually if we want to go there, and certainly within your relationships. If I can help even one of you, my mission's accomplished. If I've saved one of you from making the awful mistakes that I've made, many men have made, thousands of men have made, I've done my job. If I can just save one of you, if I can just help one of you, that's why we're here. And if you stuck with me till the end, I really appreciate you. Again, like, subscribe, comment, and hit the bell, please. Red Pill Rhino, out. Wow.
There you go. There's your 2 minute pitch. I think I kept it under 2 minutes. Huh. So you put that as your intro on your screen, on your channel. Okay. And it's your words. I mean, I'm not putting words in your mouth. I just took your 50 minutes and kind of made it a little. And look, you could talk 50 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 6 hours like Mr. Mitchell. He's in Chris Mitchell did a 6 hour stream.
6 hour the other night. I watched that. Yeah.
Oh my God. It's don't worry about not being able to say all your words, right? Yeah. If you're going to stick around, you're going to be here. You'll have plenty of time to say all the words you want, right? Okay. It's just a matter of, look at, say, a guy like Paul Joseph Watson. Rarely does he make a video over 4 minutes long. Yeah. I mean, boom, 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 boom. Gets right to it. That's what you guys start focusing on, at least for now. That's my opinion. Right on. I appreciate that. Hey, no problem. No problem. I think the chat's pretty much saying the same kind of things here. All right. So we got the elevator pitch. What else? I think you need a countdown for your live streams, just so people know when you're going to start. And if they're watching it after the fact, they could just fast forward. Because if you have no countdown, then they're kind of trying to get through where you start, right? Yeah. Let's see. You need to set a schedule. Like, not only will your fans know when you're going to put stuff out or know kind of when to expect to your stuff to come out, but that also kind of keeps you to a schedule too, right? Oh, I got to get this video out by Wednesday, or I have to have a live stream on Tuesday. Whenever you do your schedule, I think you need a schedule.
I've started trying to settle into that, doing Sundays and Wednesdays specifically on content
For the live streams.
for live streams. Yeah.
There's a lot of live streams. It's hard to
Yeah.
get it's hard to get a place, right? But
Right.
once you find a place that doesn't step on anybody else's toes too much,
Mhm.
people will definitely come and see you, right? They'll know, okay, you have a live stream whenever.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to work my schedule around, because not everybody's going to remember that. Not everybody gets the announcements, right?
Yeah. No. No.
They don't see the thumbnail that's coming.
I still barely get anything, whether it's Crowder or Pop. I have to go look.
Yeah, they're not going to promote you.
No.
That's the thing, man. Just they say we live in a patriarchy. I say bullshit. We do not live in a patriarchy. So let's get into some of your content. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to come up with? See, because most of the guys in my stuff here, in my chats and whatnot, they're dudes who have kind of said, you know what? We've been through the ringer. We've seen it. We've done it. We don't want to do it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We're kind of sitting on the porch, kind of watching what's going on, laughing at a lot of it, and a lot of us just don't want to get involved anymore. I mean, there's guys. I feel I got out of mine relative. I mean, I got wiped out financially, but I was able to build it back up relatively quickly because of the work I do. But there are dudes who have been fucking wiped out. I mean, emotionally, physically, financially. They're dealing with family courts. I mean, listen to that show just the other night that Pop did with some of the crap that these guys are dealing with. So, like, I was listening to the intro stream, and look, I get it. You were saying, and you're saying stuff that, like, Cooper and Tomasi and all those guys say, right? And I get where they're coming from, right? You got to make yourself better and you do better, and it just lifts everything up. I get that. I get where they're coming from. But they're directing a lot of guys back into the system of dealing with the system that fucking is just against men. It really is. I mean, you got to watch your ass with everything now. And to the point, I think it's only going to get worse with the economy getting worse.
Yeah, I actually did a video on that as well. The chameleon video, a lot of women are going to be coming out of the woodworks to get with the men that can provide for them when everything hits the fan there. I expect things to get a lot worse as the economy goes down the toilet. Yeah,
so I mean, look, I mean, there's a place for those guys, right? They're gonna be there no matter what, and but I think they're a part of a dying model as far as content. I think a lot of guys are gonna start, like, I need to worry about paying for gas. I can't worry about I watched this. There's a guy, he does these funny little videos, Shannon Rice Lewis or something like that. Funny little cartoon little videos. Basically, saying what's going on out there. And some chick asked him to drive 3 hours to go see her, to take her on a date.
No.
Right? Pay for dinner and then drive 3 hours home.
Fuck no.
So that's like an entire day of his life. And she could be like, and he was saying, like, what if he says something wrong? She could just be like, I'm gone. Get up.
No, more than likely it's a foodie call to begin with.
Quite possibly. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that's going on out there, and it's only going to get worse. So I would suggest, in my opinion, if you're young, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
35.
Okay. Yeah, so you're kind of straddling the fence, right, of the older,
right in the middle,
right? Mm-hmm. So I would say, if you're going to try to help guys, try to help them with what's going on with the financial situation and with what women are going to do to men in with these situations coming up, what to look for, how to deal with these people who are, that story the other day, that again, I'm going back to Pop's dream, of the woman who sued the guy for $10,000 after her first date. I mean, this is the kind of insanity that seems to be happening. Dudes take chicks out, and all of a sudden she's claiming she got raped. All of a sudden she's claiming she got pregnant. All of a sudden she's claiming this, that, and the other thing. You take them back to the house and look out. I think if you want to make stuff to help guys deal with women, I think that I believe needs to be in your wheelhouse, in my opinion.
No, I agree with you. The problem I have, it's not a purple pill thing by all means, but the issue I'm having is that I know a lot of the younger guys, not to name names, but there are a couple I've spoken to that still have hope for marriage. I'm like, no, man, no. But some of these guys, if the right one comes along, I'd still be willing to. And I'm like, look, if it were my opinion on this, and take it, throw it out, whatever you want to do with it. But if you want to have some kind of relationship with them, sure. But as soon as you get too serious, as soon as it gets to talking about marriage and commitment and all that, you're setting yourself up, man. As long as, and it's not until the laws change, it's until the laws are eliminated. That's the problem. Because if we change the laws, sure, we'll restrict another person. But the way the marriage laws are now, they're screwing men. Like, even if you're not married, you just live with her. You just live with her, and your whole life gets thrown away if she decides one day, I'm not happy. But my thing is these guys still want relationships. So it's hard for me to say just don't, because human biology is screaming on the inside saying do. But yeah, letting them know, hey, this is what happens. My backstory, just like most of you guys, is not fun. It's shit. And it was me believing she's not like this. She's different. And it happens every time. I'm watching a guy right now going through it. And of course, I'm watching a friend of mine. I've known him since, over a decade now. Met him when he was in the military. And he's already been through a divorce. He already knows how that goes. He got with a woman, got her pregnant. She left. He's already been through that, and he's still dating a single mom. And I'm like, dude, when are you going to get it? Because this one's going to do the same thing that the last two did. But they don't listen. They still want to break the rules or bend the rules somehow to fit their narrative so they can be in the happily ever after at the white picket fence.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, personally, I think you're only going to find that in the ultra religious communities anymore. I think, like the ultra Orthodox Hasidics, Jewish, those ones out west, the ultra Mormon, ultra religious Mormons and stuff.
Yeah,
I think most normal women their heads have been polluted by social media. I think social media is one of the worst things that has ever happened to modern society. I'm sure that
the problem is it's Pandora's box, man. It's open.
Yeah.
They've had a taste. But let's be honest, and this is where I have to do the accountability part of this. We allowed it. We said, okay, you can have this. Why? Because we want to make women happy. So we gave them all these things. And now that Pandora's box is open and they've had their sexual revolution, they have Instagram, they have OnlyFans, they have all of it. There's no putting that away. They know what they can do now. They don't need men. And quite frankly, as Aaron Clary would say, most of them don't even really like us to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, most of these women, they're on multiple apps, right?
Mm-hmm.
And each app feeds into their hypergamy and their desire to be desired by people. Not just men, but accepted by the group, right?
Well, in general, validation is their currency.
There's a whole validation thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
So until that is eliminated, and I don't know how. I think the only way that gets eliminated is if we go, if we go hard in on some kind of conflict, which very well may happen, in my opinion. I mean, things are looking real sketchy around the world right now.
I gotta say I agree with you 100% on this. My theory, and it's just a theory, is that if and the reason everything exists right now is because it's comfortable. We live in a society, Western civilizations in general, of plenty. We live in abundance. We live with everything we need. I mean, look at my desk. I got everything I want. Same with women. They're not really hurting for anything. And in societies like that, they have no reason for traditional values. It's out the window. But if conflict arises, and as I've said in my videos, it's not if the collapse happens. I believe we're already in it. You don't mind if I'm just frank on this channel, right?
No, you can say whatever the fuck you want.
All right. If the leftist libtards are going through the coming collapse, they cease to exist. They can't. There's no place for feminism, 31 genders. What is it? What's the crap they're teaching these kids in school? There's no place for it. What is that called? The sexualizing of children. The crap they're doing.
Oh yeah.
I
know what not Common Core. That's
Common Core.
That's fake math they teach kids these days.
That's nonsense math. Yeah,
it really is.
But basically,
I know what you're talking
that
about.
lifestyle, those lifestyles cannot exist in turmoil. They just can't, in my opinion, anyway.
No, they disappear. We're navel gazing right now, right?
Right.
We're just the picture on the wall is a bit crooked. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Gender studies. Thank you, One Fast.
Gender studies. That's it.
Yes. Men could be girls and girls could be boys and all this bullshit. It's all, it's most of the stuff that's going on in schools is because it's taught by women generally going to become teachers. Right.
Yep.
And a lot of women in these schools and whatnot, they won't question, they will go right along with it. And there are I know this person who, she's the wife of my buddy, and she is in the teaching realm. And she'll kind of question it, but she'll go right along with it, that she'll teach whatever it is. He sent me a picture that she had sent him. She teaches either kindergarten or first grade. I can't remember.
Yeah.
And it was Q and R got married, right? And they had a ceremony for Q and R, and they dressed Q and R up as a groom and a groom. And the Q was white and the R was black. This is like in kindergarten, first grade. This is what they're teaching kids.
That's ridiculous.
They just went along. She just went right along with it,
Yeah. And then trying to tell them they can determine their own gender. Look, when I was 5 years old, if you asked me, what do you want to eat tonight? And you get to pick anything, I would have picked candy and macaroni and cheese for the rest of my life. And it's not healthy, but that's because I don't know how to make good choices when I'm that young. Well,
kids should be kids. Kids should
exactly.
You shouldn't learn about sexuality until they're of a particular age.
Right.
Like I learned it in school when I was in, I think, 6th or 7th grade. It was very dry and basic, and what it was for, right? It wasn't.
And more importantly, if yours was like mine, you had to have parental consent to take those classes.
Of course. But now, I mean, look at One Fast Stack here. Eric Zombro. Over 150 teachers have been arrested for pedophilia in 2022.
Dear God.
I mean, this is what's happened. There was a guy just recently who was up in front of some school board saying you need to let the kids explore their sexuality and all this bullshit, right? He just got arrested in a pedophilia sting.
Shocking.
They sent him up trying to have sex with a underage kid.
Yeah.
It just brings out, and what I don't understand, this is what is so crazy to me. I grew up 70s, 80s, 90s.
All right.
And in around the 90s, this shit kind of was coming out, that stuff had happened in the 70s and 80s with the church and with Boy Scouts. And, there are scumbags who will look at, it's really just a really nasty thing to do, to go into these organizations that were set up to help people, right? I mean, the Boy Scouts were set up as a nice, pure thing, right?
Yep.
And, religious camps and whatnot, it was a nice, pure thing. And these scumbags go in there intentionally to find kids to abuse. Mm-hmm. So all this stuff had come out that kids were getting abused.
Yeah.
And they said, okay, look, we're going to solve the problem. We're going to prosecute these people. We're going to fix the problem. And now I feel we've done a total 180 and we're going right back to where we were. If not, it seems to me worse, because it seems like normal people are saying, okay, I'm good with this. I don't get it.
Well, now, what was it? The parades, they're having the Boy Scouts carrying the damn flags, man.
It's disgusting.
Look, whatever you want to do behind closed doors, I don't care. Like, I got nothing against whatever you want to do on your own time. Well, except if it involves children. But it shouldn't be celebrated. And you know what? Our military gets 2 days a year, and they get an entire month. It pisses me off, man. It's like, your degeneracy has nothing to do with values of our country, and it shouldn't be celebrated. Like I said, whatever you want to do behind closed doors with consenting adults, fine. But keep the kids out of it and keep it the hell off the streets.
Well, the problem now is if you say anything about it, you're a homophobe, you're
istophobe,
you're a phobophobe.
Yep.
You're a hater. Shut up, arrest them, all this shit. You're a extremist, right?
I actually I know one guy, and that's very rare, but I know one guy, confused poles and holes, but he's Republican. He watches my content and he loves it. He agrees with my points, and he thinks the community, the LGBTQ plus purple, yellow, black, I don't know. He thinks they're nuts too. And, so there's some normal ones out there, but.
Well, I think most people know somebody who's, swings the others for the other side.
Right.
And it used to be fine. And usually most people are fine with that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't walk around saying, yeah, I like to be with, the opposite sex. Almost nobody does. But it's like, why is this a thing? Why has this become a thing where people who they have sex with people of the same sex and this is celebrated? Why?
Yeah. Everyone needs to know every detail.
And why are they, riding around on bikes in front of children naked?
Yeah.
How the fuck isn't one of these parents fucking going out there and beating the fucking hell out of
I want to know.
people?
I want to know, and I'm living in the Twilight Zone with the rest of you, but why the police are okay with that shit? Like,
well, okay.
If I were to go out there right now, I'd be arrested for sure.
Here's the thing. The police are pretty much hands tied behind their back unless something goes really bad. And even then, I mean, look at what happened in Texas, right? They stood out there and waited.
Oh, yeah. Or got hand sanitizer in the damn hallways.
The police, they don't want to put their pensions at risk.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to put their jobs at risk. A lot of guys, just like in the military, have dropped their papers and left, right? Yeah. So what do? You get people who are maybe not as qualified, right? You get people who are just not going to put their ass on the line anymore. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in a fucking spiral, unfortunately. I hate to sound black pill. I'm usually not, but I'm very optimistic about the world, and I try to be happy, and most of my content is just, yay, let's laugh at the bullshit that's going on, right?
Right.
But you gotta laugh or else you're gonna cry, right? Because of all the shit that is just happening, right? I mean, it's insanity. I can only imagine what my dad would think at this point. You know, he died about 12 years ago. You know, I can only imagine what he would be saying about the generations that are happening now.
I mean, if you told me that this was going to be the reality I would be living in 10 years, I would have told you were insane. Yeah. It's unbelievable. And just how quickly all of this has changed too. I mean, granted, it's had a long time to progress, but it seems like in the last couple of years, they've just ramped it right up.
Oh yeah. Well, now they have everybody behind them. They have corporate world behind them. They have the politicians in their pocket. I believe we are following down a path of communist China.
Oh yeah.
As weird as that may sound to some people, I think if you look at history, what happened there, they got rid of the olds, right? They got rid of all the old culture. You know, they put a lot of people to death. Anybody who, you know, disagreed with the way they are now doing things, and they're still putting people to death. They're still putting people in prisons because the politicians are kind of okay with what's happening in a lot of them because they're controlling people, right? Look what happened with COVID. Look how much control these guys got. Right. They loved it. Look at the poor guy in Canada, for example, the pastor.
He just arrested multiple times. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, he just recently got cleared, but they put that guy in jail, and they made his life a fucking hell. All he wanted to do was give hope to his parishioners. You know, come, you know, celebrate God. He wasn't even allowed to do that, right? And these people come in and try to shut him down. That's the state. That's what we're dealing with on all levels. You know, this is with this platform we're talking on right now. This is just another form of the state-controlled media in a way, right? Because I'm sure Google and YouTube get subsidies and all that stuff, right? So they're gonna, whenever they're told to do, I'm sure there's memos that go around, and you know.
Well, if you check out the history on YouTube and how it was sold to Google, and then Pepsi and Coke and everybody else got involved, and then all of a sudden the algorithm was promoting news stations, everything. Yeah, it's been sold out a long time ago. If it's content like ours, it's buried somewhere in the corner collecting dust. What gets sponsored is football and Nike and all this garbage. But the real information you got to go digging for now.
Yeah, well, companies like Nike and, you know, what's that guy, LeBron James and whatnot, you know, they're bending down to the Chinese because the Chinese have how many billion people there, right? That's a huge cash cow to them, right? So they'll do whatever the Chinese want them to do for the money, right? I remember seeing a movie. I know I shouldn't watch movies anymore because there's so few good ones nowadays.
Yeah.
But I watched Midway.
Okay.
Which I like the World War II stuff. You know, I have family history with that and whatnot. So, and there was parts of that movie that were specifically made for the Chinese audience. And I was like, really? Oh yeah, you watch it, you'll be like, there was parts in it that where the Chinese are helping the Americans and all this. So what the fuck the Chinese have to do with this battle?
Yeah,
like it was kind of crowbarred into it. And it's like they did that just for the Chinese audience.
Stupid.
I mean, even this latest Top Gun.
Maverick, they tried to screw with that.
Well, they did screw with it. Maverick had a Taiwan patch on his
I thought
jacket.
it was still
Apparently,
on.
as far as I know, they took it off.
I think
At
he
least in the
kept it.
previews. Did they keep it in the movie? The
Yeah,
movie.
I think
Did
they
you watch
kept
the
it.
movie? The movie's pretty
Yeah.
good.
It was good.
I don't remember. It was. I wasn't paying attention to the patch at that point because the movie was pretty good. But
Oh yeah.
no, Mouth Agape Ape. It wasn't Midway with Ben Affleck. That was Pearl Harbor with Ben Affleck. This was Midway. Was I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. So yeah, they are suppressing. I mean, in their eyes, we're extremists, right?
Well, yeah.
And it's everybody. Everybody. I'm going to post this, maybe not Monday, maybe because Monday I have a different post I'm putting up about the vax on my community tab. So I can't post any videos about the vax on the community tab. I can't really even say the vax on this platform. But I'm going to be putting a video on BitChute and MGTOW TV about, it was pretty shocking, this woman who's having side effects from a particular poke. So look out for that, guys.
That's on MGTOW?
Well, yeah, I'll be posting it tomorrow, but I'll have on the community tab the links to it.
Okay.
Yeah, one fast act. What? Nothing. One fast act. We're not allowed. These are words we are not allowed to say. So one fast act, he talked about the vax, and I remember he talked about the poke, and on one of his streams, and I believe he got a week in the clink over it, and they took down his video. And he was
that recent?
It was 3 or 4 months ago, maybe.
Yeah, that's still pretty recent.
Yeah, recent enough, right? So yeah, they don't want you to know because they want you to, eat the bugs and and do what they want you to do. They don't want you to question anything, And the only thing that's really that this country, why we aren't completely falling apart, believe it or not, is the fucking guns.
Second Amendment. I was just about to say that. Yep.
The guns are keeping us safe. People don't get that.
And that's why they're coming for them as fast as they can.
They are trying to. But if we were like Australia or any of these places that have given up their guns, look what they were doing in Australia. They were grabbing people. So I did a video. I couldn't do it on YouTube, but I did it on TikTok before I got so slammed off TikTok. They did not like any of my content on TikTok. I lasted 2 weeks on TikTok.
Wow.
Yeah, but I was getting views like crazy. I mean, I was blowing up.
Let me guess. Was it Pro 2A?
No. So the one on TikTok was a girl who had gotten taken. It was an interview, and she got taken and brought to a camp.
Right.
And she didn't have the thing that you're not allowed to talk about.
Right.
She was in the room with somebody who had it. And they came and they asked her if she was with the person, and she said no. So they went away, and I guess they double checked and they found out that she was with the person. And I guess they didn't like that she lied, that she really was with the person, and they took her, and she was there for 2 weeks.
Wow.
And she wasn't allowed to leave. If she got off, they have these little porches that you can, like, walk out on. And if she took one step off, $50,000 fine. I mean, that's
insane.
Tell me, that's not normal.
No.
How is this normal? And the government was just right. How do they say it in Canada? Tickety boo. They were tickety boo with it all. So that's the government. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And the most amazing thing the government ever did was convince the majority of the populace that they are smart and they know what they're doing. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Anybody who's listening, ask somebody, if you know anybody in government, ask them why they get into government. And I can almost guarantee you, unless they're like a nurse or a doctor or whatnot in the VA or something like that. But let me guarantee you, their first answer is going to be one word: benefits. because of the benefits, the vacation time, the pensions, all the goodies they get when they join the government. They're not getting into it for, and they hire people. Here's another thing. When's the last time you ever heard of government layoffs? And we've had government shutdown where they stop paying, for a while, but then, then things come back and then they get like all their salary. Right. So when people are like, oh, I'm not making any money, I'm starving, like when they didn't make the budgets and whatnot. But they got all their money.
Yep.
They never lay off anybody. Never. I cannot remember it. When's the last time you've ever heard of a government layoff? It just doesn't happen. I think even Reagan said something about it.
Yeah. I know I dabbled in that for a little bit. As you said, this big book here is going over government benefits and retirement.
All right.
Yeah. No, they definitely like their checks and their retirement benefits. There are some drawbacks. Getting married, that'll really screw up the rest of your life. But especially if you're a government employee. But yeah, they're not doing bad. That's for sure.
So yeah, I'm not look. I know you need government to a degree. I am a believer that you need government to control the borders, and you need government to regulate foreign trade. Other than that, it's your states, right? And look what the government's doing. Right? They're not regulating the borders.
No, they're not doing anything.
And they're kind of making a big balls out of foreign trade. So what the fuck are they doing? You tell me.
Well, my opinion, they see the Titanic is going down and they're getting on their lifeboats, and the rest of us are sitting here screwed.
How much money did they just send to Ukraine again, or they're trying to?
God, I don't remember the number, but yeah, it's
really ridiculous. It's such like a big ridiculous number. You can't even like quantify it.
Yeah. But yet that money isn't going, I don't know, to programs that might actually help the veterans. They said, fuck you to the second they were out of the military. And now most of them are homeless. Yeah. Thanks. Really, really prioritizing right here.
There should not be a single homeless vet on the street. I mean, look, unless they want to be homeless.
If they
chose people to. Like that, right? They choose to, they want to live. Well, I think there are guys who want to live in the woods and fuck off, right? They're taking care of them, their own fucking selves, right? But there shouldn't be somebody who can't get by, who have given their efforts to protecting the liberties and the freedoms of the people of this country, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
I actually, in my younger years, dealt with a homeless vet. My family took in a homeless vet for several years. He lived with us. And that was, the VA wouldn't be, because he questioned things they did, questioned how they treated him. They threw him out of the fucking VA. How do you throw a vet out of VA? He wasn't, like, he was sick.
Yeah.
And my family took him in. He was a great guy. And he lived in, we had a spare bedroom, and he helped out. And that was, our situation for a bit.
Right.
But really, that should be on, we pay all this taxes for what, right? for things that just make no sense.
You did that video. There was a short with that girl just the other day. That was you, wasn't it?
Which one was this?
It was like taxing on this dollar. And then
it was like she just woke up.
she almost got it.
She almost.
Never mind.
Yeah. And then like when it kind of clicked, she's like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Thank you. But it's, hold on. Let's see. Nothing against Ukraine, but the money could build a wall. Yeah. That wall, that we were supposed to get. Now it's just open. People are just coming in left.
It's fentanyl now that's the number one killer in this country, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And that's coming from that certain wall that never got built.
Hmm. Well, I live in a relatively affluent area,
Yeah.
and today there was, I don't know if it was, they're just running a scam or whatnot, but there was a woman on, this never happens in my area. There's a woman on the street with a sign, I'm an immigrant, help me pay for my rent and all this. And she had her look like her kid there who was on
Yeah.
a phone. He was like doing something on a phone.
Oh, well, could
Now
use
he's got
that
his
phone
phone,
money
so.
for rent. Yeah.
But yeah, like I never see that. And here now, this stuff. I imagine you're in Colorado, from what I remember. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
So I imagine you're being closer to border areas. Do you see an influx in your area?
I don't see really an influx of somebody you could definitely identify from crossing the border. What I see out here is just an insane amount of homelessness and drug use. You don't go downtown here anymore. I mean, the HVAC workers won't repair the AC units in downtown anymore because of the crime. Union Station has turned into some Gotham City nightmare where there's people getting stabbed and shot trying to get on the trains. So that's nice. Not so much in the immigration problem as it just is the drug use and homelessness here is rampant. I mean, if I walk downtown by the Capitol, there are entire city blocks of tents lined up right now.
Really?
Well, and we're a liberal run state, so there you go.
The last time I was in Denver, and I was in that area you're talking about, I did
Yeah.
see some homeless, but I didn't see tents. I didn't see any tent cities.
I could do an entire video on this.
Oh, you should.
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, I took some pictures. I took one of, I thought was a really interesting picture. It was a homeless man laying on the street. And it looked like he was dead, for God's sake.
Yeah.
And he was wearing a shirt that said USA. I was like, wow. I mean, it's just kind of
some irony there.
Yeah, it really was. And that was right within view of the Capitol building down there. But there wasn't, and there was some homeless here and there, but there wasn't tents. But wow, so you got tent cities going on. That's pretty fucked up.
I've lived here. I'm a native. I'm going to try to get out of here because it's not looking good. But I can't remember a time in my life like this. When I say tents for blocks, like I'm not kidding. If you can find a grassy area off the highway, you'll see a row of tents there. If there's a creek somewhere, a row of tents there. Like I said, in the middle, I mean, just where I live, and this is a nicer area. Well, nice-ish. It's not the ghetto. We're not talking about Colfax here. But even here, they had to have a crew come out and clean up the tents. There's the Commerce City area. Commerce City, that's north of Denver, but there's a lot of industrial stuff out there. Seattle Fish, for example, just as a specific example, they're a seafood company, pretty popular one, been around since like the 1800s. Their entire block is RVs, tents, trash as far as the eye can see. The police will come in and sweep. They usually do it on a cold day in the middle of winter, but they'll come in, they'll sweep everything, and a couple weeks later, a whole new pile and more trash. It's like they'll clean up all the trash and it just right back just like that.
Well, that's people who don't give a fuck about their surrounding. They don't give a fuck about their own lives. So why?
Well, yeah, no, but it's just insane how fast
the place they live. Yeah, well, this is, the last time I was in Seattle, it was pretty bad. Yeah, that was 2018. I want to say. I mean, it was, the thing what you're talking about, like RVs just everywhere. And they were like not nice RVs. They were like burned out pieces of shit and druggies living in them. And you drive into the city and you pull up on a red light and all of a sudden you got some really sketch looking people like at your window. Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah, that's what it looks like here.
Don't even get me started on California.
No.
My company, I have some things I got to do in the Los Angeles area. I go, oh, you should go. And I'm like, Phone's good. Teleconference is good for me. I'm good. I don't need to go. Last time I
No
was
thanks.
there, it was, and
Yeah.
the last time I was there was like 2017, and it was really, really bad.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine what it's like now. So the major cities are, at least the warm ones, the warm democratic ones. But you're saying even in Denver is cold. So.
Denver is not one of the warm ones.
Yeah. So what do they do when it gets cold? I mean, I guess there's shelters, right?
I've seen them stick it through. They'll camp through it. There's one guy that he just keeps coming back. This is one of the ones I can see from here. Because we're by a major highway, we're by the bus stop, so they come through here. But he's missing a leg, I'm sure, from frostbite, because he'll sit out there.
Jesus.
I remember one time I went out there, he was on the ground moaning, like this guy looked like he was not going to make it. So I asked him, you all right? Give him a poke or whatever. He's like, not responsive. So I call 911. They have me go through and prop him up and do all the stuff that they want you to do there. And he's cussing at me like, "Why'd you call them, man? Leave me alone." And yeah, this was the middle of winter. It's snowing. It had to have been like 20 something degrees, and he's sitting out there stoned off his ass, doesn't even care. And that's a lot of them out here. So they stick it through.
Well, your state for quite some time was the mecca of pot.
Yep.
I mean, I would talk to people, who would be like, "I'm going to Colorado because they, weed is legal there."
That's when this started getting weird too, right about the time that happened.
Yeah. And look, I know people do it, and people say it's non-addictive, but hey, it's. I think it makes you forgetful. I think it. I think the government has no problem with letting people get on fentanyl, get on all kinds of drugs, because it makes them forget about how shitty the world, their USA has become under their.
There was somebody that, I should start writing down these channels when I catch that. There was somebody that said recently, have you noticed, and it might have even been TikTok, but have you noticed the cost of everything around you that you need, such as gasoline, food, shelter? It's all going up in price, but the things that keep you subdued or high or out of your mind like this, the prices really haven't changed. And I looked and I'm like, holy shit, yeah, I can still buy the two of these for $4. Whereas beef, I think little pack like that, ground beef, is now like 20 something bucks. But I was starting to look at it. I'm like, yeah, the cost of everything that keeps you stupefied isn't really going up much, but all the cost of the things you need, like eggs and milk, they're still going up.
Yeah. Oh, for that kind of stuff, I always try to say keep it local. If there's farm people around you that
right,
definitely become friendly with them, because I mean, we saw it during the pandemic, and we're seeing it now. Just random stuff will just be gone.
Yeah,
and the stores around you or whatnot just won't have them.
Well, and a lot of people are saying, and I kind of agree with this, based on all the mysterious crop burnings and planes hitting things and all this weird stuff happening, there may very well be a severe food shortage coming. And
I see that I don't understand why they would do that. Right. I mean, I get that things are lining up like that looks very strange, but I don't see the reasoning behind it. I can't wrap my head around it.
Let me throw this one at you, and it's just, again, an opinion. Sure. But if you can get people to the point of being hungry and desperate, especially if they have children, and you can get them to go running to the arms of daddy government for protection and help, that seems like a pretty good plan to me.
But the government always fucks it up.
Well, no shit, but they still want the control and power.
I mean, does anybody remember Hurricane Katrina?
Yeah, that was a disaster.
Right? It seems like people have the memory of gnats, and they don't remember that the government really isn't good at this whole like taking care of its citizens thing. You really
I'm
got
not saying they are, but if they
Well,
can try.
That's a lot of what I believe in is to look. Nobody's going to come help you when shit goes
No.
to south, right? You got to take care of yourself.
Yep.
There's the only person that cares the most about you is you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the more you can learn to care about you and take care of you, so that when things go bad, it's not so bad for you, is the best you could do, in my opinion.
No, I agree, and I don't think what I'm referring to, the opinion I had, speaks to like-minded individuals, people who prep, people who are aware of this, but the masses in general, those are the people that if they, I mean, look at COVID. I shouldn't be saying that.
Yeah.
The coof. I'm gonna get you
thrown off.
banned. Don't bring me on here.
At this point, it's like, if they ban me, I'm like, I'll just go do something else. This is all. See, this is all for fun for me. This is all just hanging out. I hope I can make people laugh, forget about their bullshit, and that's really all I'm doing. So, but sorry, go ahead.
But like I said, they pulled off a huge experiment with COVID and coof and seeing how they can control people. So why not? If you have food shortages and you can round everybody up and give them rations and tell them when and how and what they're going to think, say, do, and eat. Again, this doesn't go for people who decide I'm going to go off grid and just be self-sustaining, grow a garden and get my life together. It's going to be the masses. It's going to be, shocker, single mothers running to the arms of government to save them. Govern me, daddy.
Yeah. Well, and they'll go after people. I've heard of guys in Canada who have, go out into the wilderness and go hide and, set up their stuff. And, somebody will fly over and be like, oh, there's somebody living out there. And they'll go,
right.
They'll take them off the land.
Yeah.
They don't want, like I said, they want people in cities, right? This is their whole model.
Yep.
People in cities and eating the bugs, right? And not using any resources or very little resources, while the rich are, on the beaches and in the museums and living their lives without all these poor, rest of the population in their way.
So let me pick your brain on this. I mean, that's what they want, but do you realistically see that? Because to me, and I'm not leading the question, not trying to, but it looks like it's the death throes. Like they're throwing their best effort at this point, but it's all going to hell.
It's kind of, my opinion is things are getting set up to that it could go that way. But in order for it to really go that way, you need a big tipping point, like a war or a major disaster. Like, they've been talking about nuclear stuff lately.
In New York, yeah.
Really kind of whoa, right? I mean, it's not, you could wipe out a city, one nuke, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of talked about like, the nukes. What? When did this become like even on the table, right? I mean, we kind of got rid of a lot of that. They were always there as a deterrent, but I mean, when I was growing up, you might be a little too young to remember, but in the 80s, it was the Russians, and there was this movie called I think maybe it was a miniseries called The Day After Tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it was about a nuclear war. And we went to war with Russia. And that was a very scary movie, especially if you were young. You were like, oh my God. But then the wall fell, right? And then Russia was kind of like, nah, nothing. But now it's kind of like they're back again. And I don't see why we had to kind of get into it with them again, why we had to push these buttons with them. Because things were, our relations were pretty much fine with them under the last president. And then this guy comes in and does the whole pipeline thing, and that's what now we got the Ukraine situation.
So for me, my belief is that we should be a non-intervention country. We've been doing the world police thing for forever now, and it's not working out. I mean, we're not even securing our own borders, as we pointed that out, but we're doing the world police job, and we're making more enemies than anything doing so. Uh, you know, securing our borders, taking care of our country, taking care of our people should be first priority. Anything outside of that, man, if it doesn't affect us, and I know the world economy, global economy, all that, but honestly, screwing around with all these other different countries, for instance, moving all of our jobs over to places like China and India, the call centers, all that, we're screwing ourselves. This should be America. I'm going to say a popular quote there, America first, but we should be. We shouldn't be screwing around with all these other people, and certainly not sending them money every time they get in trouble. That's not our job. We're not the police of the world, or well, we shouldn't be. We should take care of our own first. That's just my opinion.
Oh, I am in complete and utter agreement with you. But the problem is that going full freaking circle to you're talking about relationships and women and guys.
Mm-hmm.
We're below replacement level. People aren't
Yep.
hooking up anymore. Women don't want to have children because of climate and their bodies. They don't want to wreck their bodies. They don't want to
Yeah.
lose their careers. They don't, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right. So
Yeah.
now you have to bring in a replacement population who you could pay under the table at cheap rates and keep those borders open. I mean,
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I mean, they're really not doing anything about it. Like nobody's doing anything about it. It's thousands and thousands of people are coming in daily.
A day, yeah.
And it's like, okay, yeah, this is fine. Everything's fine. Right? Like, what are we
It's
going
that
to do with all
dog
these
in the
people?
coffee shop. the coffee
Yeah,
shop's burning
on
down, and
fire.
this is fine.
And what I don't get is these same people who go on and on and on about the climate and all this bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you think you take people who are from a third world country who are on bicycles or walking or, barely using whatever electricity they have in their country. Then they come here and then they buy cars and then they use electricity and then they take away apartments and houses for people who live here. And now they raise the rate of everything up because now you have all this population coming that needs to get taken care of like any other person that's here, right? So
Yeah.
Has success fixed? I don't know. I really don't. I don't have the answer.
I don't have the answer. I'm just saying, level the system, start anew.
Yeah. Well, be careful. You don't want.
Yeah, I know.
We'll end up on the list
Allegedly,
talking about
all right?
that stuff. Being, the January 6th Commission.
Yeah, I know.
We're trying to overthrow the government, and it's
no.
No,
Don't overthrow. Let them take care of themselves. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, we want the country that was promised to us, right? We want the country that our parents and grandparents built, right?
Yep.
I mean, you walk down the street, that street was built by generations and generations ago. The people who planted the trees, who didn't get to live in the shade, we're living in that shade. Mm-hmm. And it's been to our detriment, to be honest. I mean, I think if they thought, what was going to happen with this society, I don't know if they would have planted those trees, right?
Well, and then there's the inevitable cycle, and that's the good times create weak men, weak men create hard times, and hard times create strong men. That's kind of a repeating cycle throughout history. It may have been inevitable to begin with, you look at it that way.
I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know if there's anything me personally can do about it, except just
individually, man. I think the best thing you can do is just prepare. Just have your ducks in a row. And if you've got family, take care of them. That's about all you can do.
That's all I could do. I mean, That's all anyone can do. And that's
Absolutely.
it's some of my streams. I talk with Crusader Nate. We do
Yeah.
it together. That we'll do these kind of prepping for the bad times. I mean, there's lots of prepping channels that we're not saying anything that's extraordinarily different from a lot of that. But I think a lot of guys need to start thinking about that. They need to start thinking about long-term food and fuel and finances and all that good stuff. Because go ahead.
I would add getting out of the cities, because I don't see that ending well.
I think most of my audiences, they're out. They've seen it, and they've. But see, that's the thing. We're not reaching any of the blue pilled people, the Democrats. We're almost in. I hate to say it, we're almost in a bit of a bubble, right? We're talking to the people who already know this stuff, that already can think for themselves, that have already made these preparations for the most part, because the other side doesn't want that information. It's what they call it, triggering for them. They don't want to think about this stuff. I talked to a person recently, a woman, who she just I didn't want to know anything about any bad times.
Yeah.
Like, had no idea about anything bad going on. Like, no clue. They just want to bury their heads. They don't want to know it. They just, keep plugged into the social media that feeds them the TikToks, which, by the way, I always end the show with my 20 TikToks. I don't know if you know this. We just look at TikToks for 20 minutes of nonsense of, what's going on in the social shit show of life. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's shit. Usually there's something at least funny in there.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And what you were saying about people not wanting to hear about it, I think it's more. It's not that they don't know. They might have an inkling of what's going on, but they don't want to destroy the illusion. So that's going back to Blue Pill, the actual Matrix movie. If they had to face the reality of what's going on out there in the world, or the reality of even simple topics like why marriage is not a good idea, it destroys them. It destroys their entire belief system, everything they've been taught. And these people don't want the red pill. They don't want the truth, because it would make them realize everything they've ever thought and believed and done it with their lives is all a lie. So it's not that they don't even know, it's that they just keep it away. I don't want to know. I know it's there, but I don't want to hear about it. I'm going to keep living in the fantasy that I'm around. That's it. Keeps them safe.
Yeah, well, I think there's a certain personalities, they just don't want to. They want to just not hear any badness. They can't process it. It's too much for them. It gives them anxieties, and they need to take medication. One Fast Dak, he does most of his videos is women who are taking all kinds of head meds to keep themselves together. I mean, and this is just them trying to deal with normal life, let alone if stuff starts getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, which it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Those people are going to struggle when it happens.
Well, yeah, there's going to be there's a lot of people who have no idea. I have a brother, no fucking clue how to fix anything. Anything. I'm like, how did we grow up in the same goddamn household? How do you not know how to do anything?
Yeah.
And he's kind of, there's a lot of people like that. They don't know how to do it. They have to hire people to do everything for them. Everything. I have a neighbor, same thing. He has to hire people to do anything in his house. Oh. He doesn't know how to freaking put two pieces of wood together.
Screws.
Well, it's a lot of people. They don't know what to do. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. It really is. That's what happens when you take away things like, wood shop and metal shop and home ec and all these things that they used to teach people.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough. I still had that, and actually, I don't know if you know this backstory, but I do prop building, so I do like screen accurate Star Wars stuff like that. But yeah, I was fortunate enough to be raised in one of the last generations that actually got to learn how to do stuff.
Well, yeah. So that's if you're part of Gen X, are you Gen X?
No, I'm still a millennial. I regret
Ah!
it. 87, man.
Yeah. Oh, you're deep in the millennial. Yeah. Us Gen Xers, we both know how to do manual and digital. We have that. Luckily, we've seen both worlds. We've seen the olden times before the computers came along.
Look, it's 2022, right? So I identify as a Gen Xer.
That's a good one. All right, so you want to see this video? I spent just a ridiculous amount of time on.
Sure.
Once I got into it, I was like, damn, this is coming out. The idea came to me. Well, okay, so you're a bit of a problem with your red hair.
Oh, no.
Nothing against the gingers or nothing, but you're just very limiting on characters, right?
Yeah.
So I had to dye your hair
That's fun.
for the thing. Yeah,
I mean, technically the top is brown, the beard is red. It's weird.
I was thinking of the guy from Game of Thrones. There's a dude there who's got the big, manly red beard. He's one of the what do you call them? The underlings or outsiders, whatever the fuck they were. I can't remember. Wildings. Sorry, that's it. But then this idea came to me. I'm like, yeah, this kind of works, So the thought was of like Pop, like being kind of like a bit of a mentor to you, kind of a thing.
Yeah, you had us read lines there. I was wondering what was going on.
I heard after you read the lines, I heard Blake say something about Predator.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Predator. No,
I was thinking that all week. I'm like, I wonder.
No, I think this is I came out really well. So once it's done, I'm going to post it on Tuesday. It'll be my Tuesday video.
All right.
And then you can have it. But I'm going to have to. There's this little bit. I have to take out literally 10 seconds in part of the beginning because I ran a test run after I did the entire video. Mm-hmm. I did a test run. And it came that like 10 seconds was like, no, copyright. I'm like, are you fucking kidding?
God.
But they didn't strike me. They don't strike me on anything. They just, knock on wood.
They don't strike me. You can't monetize it. Yeah.
Well, yeah. But then they got limited reach and all this shit. So bear in mind when you watch this, if you hold it up to the original stuff, I like basically redid this whole thing. And it's a trailer. So you can use it as a trailer for your thing. And I did it as kind of like a fun piece for me because it was so technically tricky. Just when you watch this, bear in mind, I didn't just slap your face on people on what was already there. I basically had to put this all together. The music, if anybody's like, I know Jeffrey Paul watches my stuff. Mm-hmm. The last minute, matching the music up to certain things like arms moving and things blowing up and stuff. It just came out so fucking well. I love editing. I love the having fun with edits.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, I do all the Pops. Their what do you call them? The shorts.
Yeah.
I've done those for the last time now.
That's why I reached out to you, man. I was like, this stuff's good stuff.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, let's get ready for this.
All right.
It'll be interesting to watch your reaction as we watch this. It's the first time I'm showing somebody something live. Okay, where to put it? Hold on. Come on. No, hold on. I put it in its own separate file, of course. And now where was the file? Susie. Here we go.
All right.
Here it comes. Can you hear it good?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's got a Blade Runner vibe.
We are the arbiters of this society.
Repeat after me. As a good citizen, we must maintain a neutral carbon footprint. Repeat. Repeat after me. We must eat the bugs. Repeat. Repeat after me. We must eat the bugs. Repeat.
This is a world that we create and manage. The people, they need to be controlled. We will give them truths, but only our truths. They are not to seek information anywhere else.
It is my job to keep order. So what you saw didn't happen. Erase everything.
You a grunt? I used to be one, and I was good at it.
Oh man, that's cool.
I know. Things were simpler then. I have some questions.
You need to understand, we're being hunted.
By who?
Bring him to me.
This breaks the world.
Your story isn't over yet. There's still a page left.
That is cool, man. Awesome. I love
So there
that.
you go.
That is cool.
There's your little video that took me way too much time to make.
Man, I don't even know what to say. I love Blade Runner, the original, that one, 2049. Actually, you see the switch on the desk sometimes. I just went back and played the 1998 Broderbund Blade Runner game on the Switch. Man, just beat it last week. So that's really cool.
Cool. Yeah, I just think so we'll go through some of the characters here. If I can find the goddamn, what did I do with the folder? The folder seems to have disappeared off. Here it is. Stupid. It's over here now. It's over here now. So some of the characters in the little movie, in case you. So, of course, we have the person of the honor of
Nice.
Susie.
Yeah.
Susie hunting you down. And then this is the dude I forget his name. He's the guy in charge of Google.
Okay.
And then let's see. There's someone who doesn't need any introduction.
No. Many a twerking video.
Yes.
And that's the press secretary, is it not?
Pisaki. Well, I was like, I needed so this character was a redhead. I'm like, who's the redhead? Oh yeah, Pisaki. And believe it or not, that's Jill Biden back here.
No shit.
This almost was Blake. I almost made that into
That would
Blake.
have been funny.
But the problem was this stupid thing this guy's wearing.
Blocking him,
Just it kind of fucked it up, so I couldn't make him Blake. And then there's AOC.
AOC. I watched that and I missed all this. That's amazing.
You could watch it again. And there's Pop, of course.
There's Pop, yeah.
There you
Harrison Pop.
There you go. That's
That is cool.
your video.
Thank you.
me.
That's badass, man.
Very welcome. Yeah, it was I had a lot of fun editing it. And that's all, for me, it was just fun to make that edit.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you were saying earlier. If I would have been like this and this and this, that was freaking amazing, man.
Oh, thank you.
I'm glad you just took out your artistic paintbrush there and did what you thought was right. That was cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I like. So I believe it or not, I don't do this stuff for a living. I don't make.
Yeah.
It's just all kind of. I was, believe it or not, an art school dropout way back in the day when computers were just starting where they were just doing computer graphics. I was really good with pencils and paintbrushes and all that, but they put me in front of a computer and I fucking sucked. And literally, I'm not kidding. The girl next to me in class was making Mona Lisa with the stylus pen. And I'm making boxes. Wow. I'm literally making boxes. And I'm like, I'm gonna be broke. I'm gonna be homeless and painting caricatures in the park for $5. I said I need to change things up here. I need to do something different. So I went into engineering, which in a way it's kind of linked, but kind of not. But
yeah.
So but I never wanted to give up. I was kind of, I really wanted to do the art thing, and it really pissed me off that the computers beat me. That I couldn't make it happen. Really made me angry, and I felt like I let myself down. So I had like Adobe Photoshop 1.0 and then 2.0. Like I had to outdo the computer. I had to learn it. I did it all on my own. I just figured this shit out. And never took a course or anything. Just all out of spite.
Get back at the machine.
The machines, they beat me. So I beat them.
Nice.
But, yeah. So let's see. What can we do? Well, if you want to bring in, I like to bring in anybody who just wants to pop in for a little bit.
Okay.
And then we'll do, as we do the 20 talks.
If you don't mind, I'm going to take a second and disappear. Give me 30 seconds or so.
Pee break?
Yep.
Let's see. I'll do, so while you're doing a pee break, I could do the, what do I got? I think I got a pop pee. I think I got yeah, go do your pee and I'll do pop pee break if I can find it. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Anybody wants to join? Oh, sweaty fat guy's here. Hey, Dumpa. Hello. Dumpa the sweaty fat guy. The hell is that pic, bro? The hell am I looking at?
That is Andy Dufresne in a pipe dream.
Yeah, I see it now. It's like one of those things you got to kind of squint your eyes.
Yeah, I'm getting rid of the echo. Hold on.
Yeah,
there we go.
At least you don't have the dog howling in the background today.
I got to turn up my sound again. Where is it?
Sorry.
All right, now I got sound. We should make our own damn movies.
Dude, I would love to. Problem is, nobody pays me for that.
Well, we make the movie and then we get paid.
Well, usually how movies work is they
that's not how
you get funding 100
years ago.
Well, it's not. It was 100 years ago. It was 100 years ago. Now.
we have all the stuff at our fingertips to make our own, just like they did 100 years ago.
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, yes, we can, but I mean, do you have the time to make a movie?
Technically, yeah.
All right, well then go make a goddamn movie.
Well, I can do part of it.
Well, shit, you haven't even made your videos about how to make gas, so don't even tell me about making movies.
I'm working on that too.
Oh,
ow, ow, ow! You shut up! I will kill you. You diss me about my fuel ethanol. I'm going to come there and I'm going to hurt you.
So is this just Sweaty Fat Guy or Thumper, the Sweaty Fat Guy?
Thumper.
Nice.
Nice.
He's up there in Michigan making his own alcohol.
I am the man.
Hell yeah.
He claims it's for running his cars, but you know.
Decreasing engine blocks, killing brain cells, running cars.
Sure.
You know, it's kind of like one for you, one for me, two for you, two for me.
Yeah, like magic dust makes the reindeer real small.
Oh, that's a whole other different thing.
That's different.
We'd have to get Mitchell on there.
That's like from way before Rhino was born.
Oh, Angler Midtown is here. Hey, man.
Woo-hoo.
What's going on?
Hey, Billy Von Baum.
Hey.
Red Pill Rhino.
What's up, man?
How you guys doing?
All right.
Oh, I don't rent a hey.
Sweaty Fat Guy. Hey, what's up, brother?
I'm gonna give you a hard time about that, man.
No. Forgive me. My eyesight's not real good, so I was reading the names and
yeah, it's all good.
That's the delay. But Billy,
yes.
I have a question for you. And if it's not too personal, but why did you drop out of art school?
Because I sucked at it. I didn't want to be broke. It was literally I was not doing well with the computer. My professors are like, computers and computer graphics are going to be the wave of the future. And I was not getting it. It just wasn't happening. And I said, I don't want to be broke. I'm wasting my money here, spending money in college on a degree that I won't be able to obtain because I can't do the work. I need to do something else where I'm not doing computer graphics. And so I switched and I went to do engineering.
Yeah, I was big on art too. I used to draw and paint, sculpt, and do all kinds of other stuff. And now I just build cars, which is drawing, sculpting, painting. It just, you can drive your art.
Yep. And that's the same here. Actually, this guy back in the background there is from Puppet Master. I built him from scratch. And then way back there, that's a TIE pilot helmet, which is screen accurate. So I do all sorts of fun stuff. I've never put down the art stuff.
Cool. Well, see, now when I got blown out, when I dropped out of that stuff, I put it all down, which I shouldn't. But it just really beat me to such a point that I would. So now all I do is use the computer, or I do photography. I like doing a lot of photography. So
yeah,
you're a computer artist now.
Yeah.
What's up, Jack?
Hey, man, how's it going? Hey, Red Pill Rhino, how you doing, brother? I love your stuff, man.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Thumper, how you doing?
Busy.
Long time no talk. Right on. Angler, good to see you.
You guys are lucky you caught me. I fell asleep 3 times during the stream.
Mr. Hemi is just going crazy with wanting me to do the 20 talk. So I think I figured it out this week so that I can have sound for the 20 talks.
Cool.
But this is going to be a test because I'm not certain if it will work, but we'll try.
Can I do my movie voice while you're setting that up?
Yes.
Mr. Hemi says, screw this story time. Get on with the 20 talks, for fuck's sakes.
All right. Can you guys hear me still?
Yeah. I can hear you.
All right.
Yep.
You sound delightful.
I'm not getting an echo?
Nope.
No echo.
If you want an echo, I can make one.
Well, Billy Von Baum, this has turned out to be a really good thing for a lot of people. With your ability and your creativity. I mean, Jesus Christ, man, you made me laugh more than
Oh, I appreciate that, bro.
That Blade Runner thing was awesome.
That was super
That
fucking
was just
cool,
sick,
man.
I spent way too much time on it, so I'm glad
It will
came
get
out good.
used a lot. That was too cool.
All right, share screen. All right, there, Mr. Hemi. Here it comes. Here it comes. Now today, we're not starting out with a dancing girl like usual. We're starting out with this fairy freak, just because I don't know. It's a fairy freak.
Jesus Christ!
Just because.
Is she holding food?
Looks like a pizza.
She's
Well,
a can. Yeah,
You know these millennial women can't cook for shit. So
they can't even heat up stuff. They'll burn ice.
exactly. And, the 20 talks are random. We don't know what's going to happen.
All right.
Here we go. Number one.
Fairy friends today.
Can you hear
We
it?
are making strawberry
Yep.
bread. Cream together 1 cup of sugar, 1/2 a cup of butter onto eggs. Set them aside.
Why did she get naked?
Her name
Mix 2
is
cups of
Pastel
flour, 2
Pixie Witch.
TSP of baking powder, 1/2 TSP of salt, and set aside. Add 1 cup of diced strawberries, 1/2 cup of diced almonds, and 1 cup of heavy whipping cream to sugar mix. Mix with flour and place in bread pan. Bake for 50 to 60 minutes at 350 degrees. Hello, fairy friends. Today we are making strawberry and cream bread.
That was it.
Cream together 1 cup of sugar.
It was weak.
What?
Exactly.
What? Who are you? I'm Billy Eichner. And okay, all right. So, and is this like TV or?
Yeah, this is like television. Yeah. Like Billy on the street.
Oh, okay. So, internet thing?
No, it's actually a TV thing and an internet thing. Okay, I don't like yours. I'm on TV.
Who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit about you?
Oh my god.
That was awesome.
Who gives a shit about you?
That was
awesome.
That was a good one. All right, next.
That made me feel all tight in my pants.
Okay, I hear y'all. You want to see the insides of all of our cabins.
The fuck is this?
The insides of all of our cabins.
Hey, here she is.
Oh, I can do that. Hell yeah.
Damn.
Square feet. We have a kitchen,
Where's the
living room space, lots of shelving.
Unfortunately, this is going to have a bad ending.
The kitchen is
You think?
with this little mini fridge.
Nice.
Well, there's got to be a guy in a hockey mask carrying a cleaver.
And this little propane cooktop.
See, I see stuff like this, and I'm like, "Where's the toilet?"
Yeah.
My God, did she
You see
build
those
it all
trees?
herself? Did she
Yeah.
build it all herself?
That's the toilet.
Exactly.
Or a guy outside that is still pounding
The whole upstairs is the bed. Okay.
Okay.
That is cool.
I like it.
Now we've got some fun stuff outside.
Oh, they got fun stuff outside.
I'm into the tiny home thing.
Man, I'd live with it. I'd be fine with that.
Probably because I live in shipping containers in the woods.
You even got a shower. Oh, it's winter and the pipes freeze.
Okay, there's the shower. It's in the woods.
Obviously.
Hey, don't knock it till you tried it, man.
It's good.
Okay.
I got
Oh,
a
there's
tent
the
for
toilet.
mine so I can keep the mosquitoes from biting
What's
my
this
Bozak.
nonsense, though?
That's the toilet, right? That had to be
Okay.
the toilet.
Cabin next.
Oh my goodness.
What is it? A castle? Some Hobbit stuff?
Yeah, it looks
Hobbit,
like
yeah,
some Hobbit shit going on.
Oh, and there's
That's
lithium
exactly
mining.
what I was thinking. The Hobbit stuff, like cob homes and stuff like that.
This
Yeah.
is the depth at which the ground squirrels live.
All right.
This is where ground squirrels live.
Can you back that one up?
But yeah,
Because this is lithium mining, right?
Through the earth,
Is it?
what would you see if you went 10,000 meters underground?
Oh, okay.
See, China.
China.
Not quite.
China.
You'll run into magma first. Magma. More
Right.
magma.
This is the deepest hole ever dug by a Nile
There's
trout.
alligators down there.
18 meters underground.
That's the depth of a normal bomb shelter.
You guys can hear this
21
stuff?
meters underground.
Yeah, better now.
Paris catacombs at 40 meters underground. This is the deepest pool in the world and is aimed at diving enthusiasts. There is no water. It takes
cutting out a little bit.
3 seconds to fall to the bottom of the pool. 85 meters underground. This is the depth of Linku by the underground city. Guy Cave has up to 1,200 rooms and can accommodate up to 20,000 people. 105 meters underground. This is the depth of the Jeep Arsenal subway station. 115 meters underground. That's the depth of the Channel Tunnel across the Channel of Insulae. The tunnel is 50 kilometers long and 120 meters underground. The depth of the world's deepest tree roots. A wild FIG tree is found in the Rice Hole near Orsdad.
A wild FIG tree.
Yeah. Well, this is, they got some kind of computer reach.
Wild fig.
55 meters underground. That's the depth of the Sulla Salt Mine Hotel, and by far the deepest underground hotel in the world at 212 meters. This is the deepest marathon track in the world. That's about the height of a 70-story building. 240.
Why is there a marathon track underground?
That's the depth of the site.
That's to see if they could do it, I guess.
To build in. Officially opened to traffic in 1988. At 288 meters. That's the depth of the Exxon Tunnel, the deepest underground road tunnel in the world, 392 meters underground. That's the depth of Woodingdean's well. The deepest wells have been dug by hand without any technical help at 63 meters. That's the depth of the Lava Tree well, and it's the deepest vertical descent in the world. If you slip and fall here, it could take 11 seconds to reach the bottom. Now, if we keep digging down.
Well, there you go. Everybody learned something today. Don't say that my streams, you don't learn anything.
I learned that people run underground for some reason.
Oh, this chick is everywhere.
Oh.
No, you can't have candy until you get home. I don't need you bouncing off the walls in here. But no, not another word until we get home. Oh, great.
Looks like she's in Colorado, right?
Yeah,
I have
maybe.
no idea, officer. I really like to.
1.5 million.
Well, you know why.
She has flabby boobs.
Yeah.
License registration. I'll look for it.
No, she's blonde.
I need to get a chick in a bikini to bend over my hood and replace spark
Hey
plugs.
there, Missy. Mama's going a little fast.
Well, then I could have millions of viewers too.
Okay.
I mean, is this supposed to be funny? Is anybody laughing?
I'm not following this.
Well, I have kids, but
What?
What?
Ma'am, step out of the vehicle. What? Step out. Okay, what do I do?
Definitely Colorado. You're right.
Mom, can I have some more candy?
Not funny.
Nope.
I grew up in
No.
Wisconsin. Anybody grew up in Wisconsin? Oh my God! Talk about
where's Nate?
paradise.
I don't
feel
have
sorry for people who grew up in Wisconsin.
I tell people.
I think Nate's watching.
Is he? Nate, are you here?
Yeah, when you move to Wisconsin, they just give you the cows. They do. We had one cow for each child in our family, and we.
This is women aren't funny comedians.
Yeah, I'm seeing that quite quickly.
Sure, that's a woman. It sounds like a little kid.
Both ways.
It's a woman trying to be a kid.
They just gave us the cows. Oh yeah, hilarious.
Well, I could be a kid.
All right, I'm punching out of this one. Punching out, Maverick.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Millennial.
Oh, here we
Cooking.
What the fuck
Millennial
is
cooking.
Was this jail?
Here
we go.
Yeah.
How to cook in jail.
Yeah. Don't laugh. It was like that.
Oh my gosh.
What the fuck are we doing here?
I know what she's
This
doing.
is Millennial Girl Cooking.
Ooh.
Okay, I saw eggs, Doritos, and now chicken with
Yeah, she's
random
making a
seasoning.
dry rub, a Dorito dry rub.
Yeah. She's gonna shake it. She's gonna shake the chicken strips in the bag.
So nacho cheese chicken.
It sounds terrible.
It sounds. Oh, take it, Mama.
There's better food in prison, guys.
Yes, you're correct.
Shit, MRE sounds better.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, it'll be slimy.
I found it.
Oh, she found it.
I found it.
Oh. Oh my God.
What the fuck?
Oh,
No.
And then
That's
she's
not
gonna
fit for
fry
human
it.
consumption,
Jesus.
man.
Oh.
Guys, for the first time, I can say that I've seen chicken being abused.
It's got to be like 12,000 calories per piece.
Well, the wall's gonna hit her hard.
Well, there you go. Millennial chick cooking.
Cool.
What
She's
the fuck?
gonna hit the wall.
Apparently, she doesn't know what basil and onions are.
This is one of those Chinese
Uh-oh.
makeup video things.
Uh-oh.
This is a makeup video thing?
No, where they make shit.
That's how they do makeup in China.
I was gonna say this looks very industrial.
Making stuff has it's gonna have shit sound, and it's just they're making
All right.
some piece of
Oh, it's got porn music.
Prawn music. I was just gonna say prawn music.
Unskins.
Careful with that. Hormax might show up.
Oh God.
All right, we're making jewelry.
Yeah, it looks that way.
That is one hell of a hoop earring.
It looks like a carabiner clip thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't have much load bearing capacity.
No.
That's a quick way to death right there.
There's going to be a shocking ending to this.
Especially for my fat ass.
Sometimes you watch these
Your
videos
fat ass.
that take way too long, and then there's no payoff.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully there'll be a payoff, but I don't know. I don't have hope on this one.
It's turning into something. Just don't know what.
A navel piercing.
That's one hell of a navel piercing.
No, that's Prince Albert.
Oh, God.
Thanks for the visual. Thanks for that.
DJ. See, it has a clip. Here's a clip.
All right.
Oh.
That's
Oh, isn't that cute?
Told you, carabiner.
Only $15.99.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I don't want to watch it.
Oh.
I'm not watching.
He'll be okay. He'll be okay.
I'll stick through.
127-pound bulldog.
Well, Wamalo. Let's see what we got.
I'm punching out of that one. I don't like
All right.
animals in pain.
Ooh, hey, that's
Snoop Dogg.
Snoopy.
Oh, I gotta be careful. I don't want to get a music strike.
Yeah, watch out for the
And
music.
he will strike the hell out of you.
Oh, this is his official. This is his official thing. Do you want to dig deeper into Snoop Dogg? You want to see what Snoop Dogg posts? All right.
It's going to be a lot of this. Getting
Probably.
high and dancing.
I got a copyright 2 days ago because Tom Petty was playing in the background while my son was cutting up potatoes for dinner.
No way.
Wow.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that shit, man.
Yeah,
I'll get
it's nuts.
everything.
Was he free falling?
Free balling.
Well, it's just Snoop Dogg kind of doing Snoop Dogg stuff.
Yeah. Nothing fun there.
Oh my God. Ooh, he's getting old.
He is.
Oh shit! I just see what.
Look at
legs-
all
Oh,
the
there's Jada.
bitches.
There's Jada.
Look at all the bitches.
He's got all the bitches. I
That's a
want to be
room full
Snoop
of
Dogg, so I
nope.
can have all the bitches too.
Dude, let me tell you,
Oh.
rock stars and stuff. I ran into what's his name, Brian Johnson from AC/DC.
Oh.
Brian Johnson.
No shit.
10
Wow.
years ago, dude.
Wow.
I mean, he's old.
Yeah.
And he had the hottest fucking women around.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
yeah.
No
7
shit.
of them.
No shit.
Like this, but like just think, hot blonde white women.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, Mouthy Gay Babe. Mouthy Gay Babe says he posts nudes of Martha Stewart.
No. No. All right. Well, let's get
Okay,
back to-
okay. Here's the question: who would you least like to see nude? Nancy Pelosi,
Oh no. No.
Hillary Clinton, or let's see, Rosie O'Donnell.
I don't like where this is going.
All three of those choices suck.
I know,
There's
right?
that Kobayashi Maru. There is no winning in this situation.
No. Who would you least like to see naked?
I'm pulling the monk card.
Yeah,
Give me
no,
the choices
I can't
again.
answer this one.
The least I'd like to see, like the least, probably Pelosi.
Pelosi's
Over
got
Rosie?
fake cans, man.
She's got big cans, though.
Oh, okay.
They're fake. She was the first member of Congress to end up with a boob or to get a boob job.
God, I wish they would pop and kill her. I know that's too much. But...
What does the chat say? Outlaw says Rosie. Zombro says Rosie.
Yeah, Rosie is just.
What's up, Zombro?
She's like a
I think I would rather not see Hillary.
Yeah, Hillary.
Rosie had a movie with the chick from China Beach and Dan Aykroyd where she got almost naked.
He'd hate fuck them all.
There you go.
Winning.
Hold on. And then second.
Whole lot of Rosie.
Whole lot of Rosie. Yeah, well, she's a whole lot of handful there. Meanwhile, this chick's just doing random shit.
Playing with
socks.
dirty gym socks, yeah.
Bro, while you were doing that, I don't know if I would drink myself to death or just dump the beer in my eyes to try to wash the vision away.
Just
If
use
you
straight
turn the
alcohol.
lights off, you won't notice except for the smell when it's
eye bleach.
Oh, the smell.
All right, let's see what's happening
Not sure
here.
who it was
Okay.
last time. We were doing like a project for school, right?
Yeah.
And basically, oh, it was you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the eyes. She looks interesting. So good.
As a sorry to give you a cake. I didn't know your name, but it was, it was kind of Karen activity because, we were trying to do something for school.
Yeah, but you didn't notify anyone in the building or ask permission, and I tried very nicely.
Get the fuck out of here, Karen.
Wow.
Hold on.
But I came here in good faith, give you, a cake, say I was sorry. I just came here in good faith. I wanted to capture a good.
That you're not going to post or share that anywhere.
Okay. All right.
Kuwantaha.
More than welcome.
Because, all right, I tried to be a good person, but you, again, that's why it says Karen. Karen activity.
Karen activity.
Nice.
Karen.
What's next? Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is already bad,
Please
man.
stop making TikToks and work on your surprise.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Faces of meth.
Oh
I know you
man.
probably meant this in a
Meth
good
and
way,
dicks.
but I would but I've been sober for 8 years.
Okay,
8
I say
seconds.
meth, you say dicks.
8
Okay.
years from meth that I've been
Meth.
sober. Okay,
Bullshit.
Dicks.
Fuck out of my skin.
Meth.
Spores all over
Dicks.
my
Meth.
Not me on the crackhead. Like, can we get off that, please?
She wants to get off something.
Like a crackhead does not mean that they're on.
She rode that all the way to the scene of the
People really
crash.
need to fucking open your mind.
Ooh.
And of course she's in the trailer park. Like putting all the stereotypes to
I
bed
want to
here.
talk about
Right?
profiling. Let's talk about profiling.
Let's talk about
Okay,
a
guys,
dentist.
You're profiling me as a fucking.
Oh, a dentist? Yeah, the dentist ain't going to touch that. He'd be like, you just screwed up in a week.
No. Let's talk about profiling.
Oh, but wait, did you hear it? She said, hold on.
Racist.
Oh,
Huh.
racist.
So maybe
What?
you should work on that. Makes you just as bad as a racist.
Ooh.
You're
Oh.
just
Just bad
a racist
as a racist.
We are racist.
for calling her.
That doesn't even make fucking sense.
Everything's racist.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well,
I gotta turn down this noise gate. I gotta.
weird.
How are we now?
Hey, it's my backyard.
There we are. Noise gate off.
Did you
This
mute
looks like
me again?
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Hold on.
Look out.
Think something's gonna happen? Something better
It'll
happen.
blow up. It'll be
I
too
hope
heavy
it
for
tips
the truck.
over and spills all over the street.
It'll be too heavy for the truck.
Well, this already looks bad.
It's overweight.
Yeah. Snap. Waiting for the snap.
Either it's going to snap or nothing's going to happen, and it's just like, right? It's just going to be no payoff.
There's nothing. There's nothing.
Well, hold on. The truck will do a catwalk. There she
Oh,
goes.
there it is.
Oh, there it is.
Holy shit.
Keep going.
Bob, we're pulling the wheelie. Bob, look out, Bob. We're pulling the wheelie.
You're halfway there. Finish.
Yeah, well, he's got to do something at this point.
There it is. He's gonna pull it off. Fuck yeah.
Yes.
There you go. That's a real pro at work.
That is grossly overloaded.
How you think?
Beautiful.
Just a little.
Don't mind the axles.
It's got a tank axle. It's good.
Just can't get past.
No,
Brace yourselves. Becky
we're
might
not watching her
work.
again. She was.
I don't know who that is or this. What is this? An alien? Oh, this is the E-Thought shit. The fucking.
Ew.
That's a target.
Is this computers?
This makes me uncomfortable.
It's makeup and filters.
Is it?
Yeah, it's filters.
Yeah, that's a real woman.
Yeah, it is. Look at her eyes move. Spooky.
Look at her arms.
Look,
It's just a filter
isn't that,
that does her
isn't that
face.
Hello Kitty? Hello Kitty.
Unfortunately, those are going to be my son's dating options.
Yeah, no shit. What the fuck is this guy doing?
I don't know, but he's ripped and he's got freaking painted nails.
All right. Does anybody remember Michael Myers used to do the Saturday Night Live "Touch My Monkey"?
Yeah, yeah. Sprockets.
There we go.
You want to touch my monkey? Touch my monkey.
You want to touch my monkey? Oh
Yeah,
my
you
God.
want to touch my monkey?
It's Marilyn Manson.
Dude, I saw him live in concert.
Cool.
Mr.
So did
Red
I.
Pill
He went
Rhino.
over.
Yeah.
Here's the guy you want to help. Here,
I
this
think
is
he's
your-
beyond
this
my
is
help.
Your number one dude.
No,
Right
he's beyond. There's no helping him.
Holy fuck.
What the?
Whoa. Whoops.
See, this used to be
yeah.
the stuff that used to go to the mall, right? In like the 80s.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
make a video for you for like $50.
Yeah.
He's got that Himmler hair going on.
I'm not helping this guy. This guy
No, he's helping himself.
he's helping something.
Maybe humping himself. Jesus fucking Christ.
What in the fuck?
What in the actual fuck?
All right.
He looks like a millennial.
Come on,
Just
guys.
saying.
Come on.
Just saying.
I don't know.
Yeah, he does look like a millennial.
Yeah.
That's a generation that should just
Hey.
cease to
Hey. I'm still here, guys.
Quiet.
I'm still fucking here.
Yeah, not for long, you whippersnapper. Old people are gonna take over.
Oh God!
We already control
Goddamn
it.
boomers.
No, we're
Yeah,
not.
I agree. Damn
We are
boomers.
not boomers.
Damn them boomers. What the hell is this? Snails?
Yeah, well, he made an ecosystem in a jar.
Oh.
A
An
terrarium?
ecosystem like Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh,
An
ecosystem.
ecosystem.
So, whatever. You know what I meant.
Yes, I just had to mess with you, Billy.
Oh, shit.
You don't enunciate correctly. Sometimes.
I did have a Long Island iced tea, so.
Well, there is.
Shame on you, Billy.
There's some leeway for that.
Yeah.
Riggs says they aren't all losers. I beg to differ, Riggs.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna punch out of that one. Oh, here we go.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Here we go.
Ah,
Oh God!
there's a nope.
Okay.
I don't get intimidated by
It's
part
not
of
improving.
No.
Recently, I had been working there for about 2 or 3 weeks. This biker walks in, all leather, beard clear down to here. This motherfucker is like 7'3", 7'4".
Ooh, are you? But I bet your voice was deeper than his.
He goes, "Are you new around here?"
My name's Sheila.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Moo.
I don't care if it's a shot. I don't care if it's a drink. First one you can think of. Bitch, are you sure? Are you sure? Go on, sweetheart. I want to see what you're capable of. To all the bartenders that are going to watch this video, 1 part rum chata, 1 part fireball. So I gave it to him.
Oh my
He
God.
took it.
Have a
He's like,
point. When you
that was
tell these
actually
little
pretty
stories.
good. What is it called? I didn't want to tell him. I didn't want to tell him. He's like, come on, sweetheart. I really liked it. And I want to order it again.
What's it called?
I looked at him and said, it's called the cum shot. When I tell you this man gave me
Something she's never seen.
stare, and the look of he wanted to rip me to shreds with a toothpick, I said, you wanted me to make you a drink. First one I could think of. That's the first one that came to my mind. So you can't be mad at me. He looks down at his shot glass and looks at me and says, just be glad I liked it. Very many people taller than me.
If you painted her green,
They can throw me up against the wall.
Shrek, it's Shrek.
She just needs a little trumpet ears.
Yep.
I mean, that she needs to work on her storytelling skills. Let's
Yeah, a story has a beginning, a middle, and an end.
It was weak. I give that story a half star.
Yeah, half star.
Oh, here we
go. Called out.
Okay, so I'm about to call out all the men, and you guys aren't.
Here we go.
But
Hold on.
Like I see it, because I need to say something.
Say it.
Because
Say
it's
it.
bothering me.
Say it.
I get up in the morning and I sit here and I drink my coffee and I watch all the thirst traps that I'm tagged in on the daily. And in many of those thirst traps, the men show off their anatomy in a somewhat subtle way, sometimes not so subtle. And we all know what the male anatomy looks like, right? We all know what it looks like when it's just
Where's the
sitting there
story
and
going?
when it's really happy, and when it's just kind of happy. We know. And so in most of these thirst traps, the anatomy is happy. It's pretty happy, which only leads me to conclude that you had to prepare for that video. You had to.
Oh my God.
You had to have a little alone time right before you made that. And then that's the only thing I can think when I'm watching your thirst trap. It's like the 5 minutes before you made that.
Hold on. I have something to say about this.
Okay.
I got words.
You think girls putting on all the makeup that we put on is hilarious? What were you doing right before you made that video?
Okay.
What the hell is she talking about?
Anybody knows about TikTok? TikTok feeds you shit that like it starts learning what you want to see. Right?
What you watch.
Right. So if she's getting all these quote unquote thirst traps, which is basically dudes, showing their, their body or whatever. So that's, TikTok doing its job. It's giving her what she wants. So what the fuck is she complaining about?
1 second. They show that on TikTok?
Well,
yes.
It's kind of like
unless you're in China
version of.
Depends on what country you live in.
I don't know. I'm not on TikTok. I don't know.
If you're in China, it's wholesome family content.
Okay.
But if you're here, it's bullshit. But here's the thing, guys. I got to point this out. These same women, I used to do model photography. I used to work with. This is a pop 4, right? This
I know models. That ain't no model.
But here's the thing. She doesn't qualify as model. But I've worked with models. Women like this woman will take 40 shots minimum to get the perfect angle and make her tits look just a certain way. Bullshit. Okay, so double standard on that one there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. We're getting down to it. I think we got 5 left.
Okay.
You can't really die.
Number one should be you don't know what it is.
Created nor
End of
destroyed.
story.
Only
Volume is really low.
Yeah, I
when
can't.
we reincarnate, we
It's very
don't
low.
always choose the family before we come into the next life. It's chosen for us. This is done to help further our soul's growth due to karma. And lastly, we have different versions of ourselves on other dimensions.
Oh boy.
I've had people say that they feel
She learned this at the Starbucks.
they are going through life on strings and that everything feels predestined. That's because we often think
Hey, one.
of our soul
Hey,
being
Dak, I
inside
think this
our
is
body,
this is
when
a girl
in
on
fact only a
Lexapro.
small
Gotta be. Nothing in my life has felt predestined.
Manifest destiny.
stays up on the spiritual planes, and only a small portion of our soul comes down to the earth plane to be part of
Oh,
our
the
physical
earth plane.
Alrighty.
There you go, guys. That's from Professor Enigmags.
Okay.
Smoking some serious crack.
Very good.
I'm good. I
Of
got
course,
nothing.
Pop thinks that you
Drop liquid
just
on the can. The can became as crisp as a cookie. Drip it on the lock. You can pull it apart with your bare hands.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
were we playing with mercury?
Ooh.
Drop it on your computer.
Yeah, we're playing with mercury. Cool.
Oh, with
That's
bare
not toxic.
Horrible liquid. And how can
Let's all be Mad Hatters.
Mad Hatters, yeah.
Ah, sweet. Mercury dolls.
Gallium.
Oh, gallium.
Gallium.
Ah.
For the kids.
your hand? It will slowly melt into a liquid as if by magic. If you take a gallium spoon and stir it in hot water, you can also see the amazing phenomenon of the spoon melting as it is stirred. It's a solid in winter. It's usually liquid in the summer. Then why doesn't gallium eat away at the palm? But it can corrode other metals because it forms an alloy with the metal. It destroys the original structure of the metal to convert the stable metal bonds between the metal atoms into loose gallium and the metal's alloy bonds to make the hard metal brittle like a cookie. A touch is broken. So here comes the question. What would you most like to do with gallium? Drop
nothing?
Not touch it.
Yeah.
Not touch it.
It seems like you're shortening your lifespan by a couple.
Just a little bit.
And you guys were wondering. You guys were wondering what was in the jab.
What?
All right, this is weird.
Fuck
This is
this?
immediately
that's in
fucking
Japan.
weird.
Whoa.
What the fuck? All right.
Whoa.
What the
and
fuck
death.
is
There's a
that?
skull down there. There's bones down there. This is some fucking weird shit, man.
Is she giving birth to it?
The Japanese
No,
have a
this is
park
some-
that's nothing but
this is-
phalluses.
This is what
I'm
gender
so
studies
glad that I
are.
had a son.
Yeah, me too.
God,
I had 2 daughters. I'm so ashamed.
this is
I'm
fucking
sorry.
weird.
No, don't be ashamed, bro. Your kids are your kids, but you know, I'm so glad that I had a boy.
Yeah.
Well, my youngest daughter knows more about cars than most of her boyfriends.
Thumper, look, rotating things.
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
noticing.
gears.
It's a steam-powered motorcycle.
I was going to say that's steam powered.
That's cool.
I think you'll get a little ash in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to learn how to ride one of those soon.
Yeah, right.
Oh man, that I'm not sure I like where that crankshaft that crankshaft journal's at. It's
Just
like
imagine, hey, Thumper. Just imagine if it threw a rod.
yeah, threw a rod into your rod. That might be painful.
But
I just want
you know,
to cover over it, some sort of blast shield. 'Cause,
A blast shield. What is it? Star Wars?
spinning crankshafts in me are like, I don't want to be, have my junk near it.
if you look at a lot of the old like race cars and stuff, there was no roll bars. There was, you were like riding on the transmission.
Front engine dragster, you got this top fuel Hemi that's going to explode sitting in front of you, and you're sitting on top of the third member. Your balls are dangling over the pinion and the ring gear. So
How do you
whatever explodes, you're going to lose something.
Yeah. How do you think Big Daddy Don Garlick's lost half his foot?
Well, that was a clutch explosion.
Exactly.
Dude, I went to his museum one time, Cali, Florida.
It is off the chain.
Me and my sister, he was a really short guy.
Yeah,
I know this is irrelevant, but yeah, my dad was a big racing guy, and we took
What the fuck?
Vacation down to Florida, and we went through Ocala, and Big Daddy Don Garlitz has a museum down there, or had one. I don't know if it's still there, but yeah, all the rats were there, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a
He
cool
had
guy.
one of Shirley Muldowney's dragsters in there.
Yeah, I met him.
One of the other YouTubers that I watch, Uncle Tony, he used to write articles for magazines when there were still magazines. He did a live stream from Garlitt's Museum.
What's she drinking?
Right on.
I'm totally distracted, guys. Sorry. Thought survival videos. Is what we got.
Hold on.
This is fucking weird, man. I just like zoned completely out on this.
Incredible life skills. Setting Doritos on fire is an incredible life skill.
You guys,
fire starters.
The first thing I saw was her blowing something, and now she's surviving.
making a beef dildo here.
Yes, that caught my attention as well.
It's like chicken on a stick in Korea. That's actually like cat on a stick.
Oh God.
Ugh. Okay, hot rocks in the shoe. Yeah.
Snake bite. Let's use Doritos.
No, but it didn't cover the snake bite. It just was like snake bite.
The problem with having something
You're
reflective is you need somebody at the other end that sees the reflection.
Yeah.
Well, and this next one is weird too. She has like packing tape with her.
Enough to cover that entire thing. Okay.
Right.
And get condensation, fresh water. All right.
Yeah. If I got to tuck and run, I'm probably not going to have that tape.
No.
Believe it or not, our
balloon.
next,
What is this?
I don't know. Our next one is the 20. So we'll see. What it
All
is.
right.
Is this it?
The one thing about these chicks too, like obviously I'm an angler. I'm into fishing.
Yeah.
There are these women out there fishing in bikinis. And now, granted, they have nice bodies. They're good-looking women. But just because they're fishing in bikinis, they have like 500,000 subs.
I know. What is this guy? What is
Yeah,
that?
I'm sorry. Again. What the fuck? There was a cat in there.
Hold on.
This is that coffee that they make coffee from cat poop.
So
first, the cats eat these beans.
What's with the light bulbs?
Yeah, that movie, the cat poop movie with Jack Nicholson with cat shit.
Cat
What the
poop.
fuck's with the light
This
bulbs?
is the cat poop. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
grabbing
cat poop.
Why? Why would you do this?
That's what it is.
Why would you fucking do this?
That's just disgusting.
Well,
It's the finest coffee in the world, the best coffee in the world.
I've heard of monkey poo coffee, but I never
Yeah.
heard of poo coffee.
No, this is it. Yeah, it's supposed to be like the most delicate coffee in the world.
I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it either, but
No.
It's fucking China, man.
I want to know what the light bulb's for.
Yeah, what's the
Yeah.
angle of the light bulb here? That's
He
like-
might
What do the light bulbs do? Yeah.
he might smoke it.
Smoke your fucking cat shit.
Maybe that's what he does. He fucking sells the coffee and fucking
He's
smokes
gonna
something
smoke
like
it. No way.
the fucking light bulb. I don't know.
Oh man, this is
Okay,
weird.
well, you got to see this. So he's gonna do something.
That's a great haircut he's rocking, by the way.
Oh yeah. It's mine without the hat right now.
Okay, here he goes. Well, here he goes.
All right.
Screwing it in.
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right. This is getting serious.
The cat shit's in the light bulb.
Meth and cat shit.
Okay, so there's the cat shit.
Chemistry.
He's brewing it. He's brewing it. He's steaming it.
All right.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he's making cat poop coffee.
Cat poop coffee.
Fuck.
Dude.
Okay, here we go.
World we live in.
Very nice. Very nice.
Well, thank God we don't live in this world. Fuck me.
Very good.
No. Just no.
Are we going for the bonus?
Yes. Absolutely.
Let's hope. Whoa.
All right.
I was just gonna say I hope the bonus has boobs, and there we
Yeah.
go.
Ooh, watch him. Watch him.
I'm watching.
Ooh, here they come. Here they come. Here they come.
Oh.
Here they go.
Ah, very nice.
Yeah. Wow. So
Her face.
She must have that top taped to him.
Nice.
The top carousel on a 30-minute ride or 30-second ride.
Nice.
How many views does that one have?
A lot, I bet.
17 billion.
Oh, that was a good bonus.
Nice.
I gotta say, lately the TikToks haven't been so great, but this was a pretty decent one.
Yeah, definitely.
I've been honing in we'll just leave that going for
Keep it on repeat.
Yeah.
Just have that in the background of all of your streams from now on.
Yeah. Audience retention.
And nobody say anything about it. We'll just let it go.
Yeah, just keep it there.
Hold on. I gotta change my speaker real quick. All right. And come on. See, I'm being kind of a boomer here.
All of a sudden, more and more viewers come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bonus.
I'm just leaving that off. People just tuned in. They're like, whoa, what's happening here?
Your number just
heard that TikTok, they have like different restrictions in China than they do in the U.S.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's wholesome content over there.
Yeah.
Not over here.
No.
All right. Well, I think we had a good broadcast.
Yeah.
Good.
And it was nice finally talking to you, Rhino.
Absolutely. Yeah. Same here. I thought this was a great show.
Yeah. And I hope that your channel, somebody put up his channel. I know they did it earlier.
Yeah, I saw it in the comments a couple times.
SEO, grab it.
Yeah, he's good. He's you start doing streams, you'll start seeing these regulars pop in.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good guys. I made a lot of, what did Tyler Durden call them? Instant friends or whatever.
Yeah.
Something like that. Single serving friends.
Yeah. Definitely. So yeah, hey Rhino, check out my channel, brother. Check me out.
What's the channel name?
One Fast Stack.
Okay, right there. One Fast. I can do that.
Yeah, he's under the delusion that Mopars are fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of us are car guys. So just
all right.
I don't know that nitrous Dakota looks pretty. That looks like a sleeper.
It is, yeah. Yeah.
All right.
All right, Billy. I'll let you shut down your show. Thanks for having me, brother. We'll see you gentlemen later. Good
I haven't
night.
seen you in a while, so it's good seeing you.
Yeah, you too. Good night, guys.
All right. Have a good night.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. So whoever wants to stay in the background while I wrap it up here.
Red Pill Rhino, I'll be checking you out and subbing once
All
I
right.
jump off here, bro.
Cool. Thank you.
All right. Y'all take care.
Have a good
You
night.
too.
Later, man.
All right. And I know you're going to hang out, Sweaty.
Yep.
Although I can't stay too long. I got to go to bed.
Yeah, it's all good.
I got to work. I know what you like to do. All right, man. So I'll just pop you out if you want to hang out for a minute after I shut down. And see you guys in a minute. All right, guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks for commenting. I'm sorry I missed some of your comments. I always look at the comments after the show if I missed any. And yeah, let me find this file. I gotta have this better prepared. All right, here we go, guys. This is how we take it out. Have a great week. Have a great night. See you tomorrow.